According to the Gottman Institute's research, there are 4 communication styles that predict relationships failure. His research focuses on couples. However, this information is also very applicable in other intimate relationships. We hope it's helpful to you. Let's go. Pitfall number 1. Criticism. Criticizing your partner is different than offering a critique. When you give a critique, it's about specific issues and situations, while criticism is an attack at your partner's character. Criticism opens the gateway for other communication pitfalls to get into the mix. For example,
"You forgot to take out the trash again? You're so dirty and messy."
The antidote for criticism is using I statement. The idea is to describe how you feel and focus on a specific event or behavior without making a statement about the other person's character. Then express a positive need. Remember, behind every criticism is an unmet need. Take time to identify what you need and how you feel, and then communicate them to your partner gently. When you do this, you give the other person the opportunity to meet your needs or to rectify their wrongs. Coming in hot with criticism is one sure way to not have your needs met. For example, "Honey, I feel upset when you forgot to take out the trash last night again. I need you to be diligent about keeping our house clean. I feel loved when you do that." Or it can be as simple as, "Honey, the trash is not taken out. Can you take care of that, please?" Making your intentions clear in a respectful way and assertive way can allow both of you to avoid needlessly hurting each other's feelings. It might feel hard and vulnerable, but it's imperative that you express your feelings fully. Vulnerability provides an opportunity for the other person to come to your aid, which promotes intimacy and connection. Number 2. Contempt. Contempt is the deadliest style of the 4. A 4-decade-long research shows that contempt is the number 1 predictor of divorce. Dr. Gottman's research also found that couples who are contemptuous of each other are more likely to get sick than couples who are not contemptuous of each other. So contempt affects not just your mental health, but also physical health. That's how deadly it is. The goal of contempt is to make the other person feel despised and worthless. Contempt can be communicated through verbals or nonverbals. For example, a sarcastic comment, a hostile joke, name-calling, eye-rolling, mimicking your partner to mock them. Contempt is basically criticism on steroids. If criticism is an attack on your partner's character, contempt is when you take the moral high ground and look down on your partner. Simply put, when someone is expressing contempt, they are saying,
"I am better than you and you are lesser than me."
Example,
"Why are you so slow? Even a kid can do better."
Or,
"Why are you so nice to me today? I don't trust you, or you won't."
The antidote for contempt is creating an atmosphere of appreciation and open communication. Here's what you can put into practice right away. Tell your partner one nice thing every day. It may sound like nothing, but it's incredibly helpful because it will snowball. Contempt is a result of long simmering negative thoughts that do not have an appropriate outlet. So if there's an issue needs to be addressed with your partner, then open communication is key. Or you might want to consider talking to a trusted friend to help you process your negative emotions and clear your mind before talking to your partner. Pitfall number 3. Defensiveness. This communication style is typically a response to an attack or a perceived attack from the other person. When we feel under attack, the natural response is to save face by using excuses and playing the innocent victim, and in some cases, reverse the blame. This usually makes a bad situation worse because it communicates to our partner that we are not listening and they are not being heard. What usually happens next is the other person, feeling invalidated, will continue to go on the attack. For example,
"It was just a joke. You're too emotional.
Or,
I forgot to take out the trash because I was busy. Don't you know how busy I am? Don't you even care?
the antidote for defensiveness is taking responsibility, even if it's only 2%. Express an interest in your partner's feelings, validate your partner's perspective, and offer an apology for any wrongdoing. When you do this, you break the cycle of attack and defense. I usually tell my clients that it takes two sides to play tug of war. If you stop pulling, the hostility will stop as a result. Not only so, when you break the cycle of attack and defense, you are also facilitating a healthy environment in which you and your partner can talk about and resolve real issues. For example, you're right, it was my bad. I should have asked you to help pick up the kids from school because I knew my day would be hectic, but I did not. I'm so sorry. Stonewalling. Stonewalling is when you withdraw, whether physically or emotionally, to avoid conflict. Some people might see this communication style as benign. They might say, I just don't want to say anything stupid, so I took off to pull myself off. The intention is good, but immediately removing yourself from your partner can communicate disapproval, distance, and separation. A good alternative is to call a time out. Communicate clearly that you need time to cool off and agree upon a time to get back to the conversation. Then you can go somewhere else. The timeout can last 30 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, depending on the couple and the situation. But it's important to get back into it when you are calm and not sweeping things under the rug. Another type of stonewalling is when you emotionally check out of the room. You are still there physically, but your non-verbals communicate that you are not there emotionally. It can look like having your arms folded across your chest, or avoiding eye contact, or positioning your body away from your partner. Research shows that this is more of a problem for men than it is for women. Male stonewalling is very upsetting for women, and it usually makes women engage and pursue the issue even more. Although it may not look that way, the person who is stonewalling is experiencing a lot of stress internally. And when stress level reaches a point which their system cannot manage anymore, they check out. So it's important to remember that the other person is not disconnecting because they hate you. They are just stressed out. Therefore, it's a good time to call for a timeout. Remember, do not use timeout to ruminate about what you will say to your partner. The purpose of timeout is to calm you down, not to think of a comeback. Do something that can calm you down, like taking a walk, reading a magazine, meditate. When calm, couples are better able to work on their conflict as a team rather than as adversaries. According to Gottman's research, successful relationships maintain a 5-to-1 ratio of positivity to negativity during conflict discussions. Positive interactions include displays of interest, affection, humor, empathy, and affirming body language, like eye contact, head nodding. It's not just about not doing negative things, but also about adding positive interactions to your marriage, especially when you are discussing difficult issues. This is a lifelong process of unlearning unhelpful communication styles and committing to healthy ones. Thank you so much for listening. If you find this video helpful, please help us by like, subscribe, and share to anyone who might need it.